All right. Hey, thanks for joining us again today. I'm Troy Sinclair, and I have my partner here, Blaine Glenn, here we're on Skype chat here today, and we have decided to get together and tackle a couple of different topics. And I know that people got a lot of questions. Why don't you go ahead and take over, Blaine, for a minute or two?
Well, here's one of the big things, and I don't know if you've seen the other videos, but we talked a little bit about the rocket power line the other day, and with that, we also we mentioned the name Gil Ortega. Now, Gil is the person who created the rocket power line, I believe. And he's a big presence, but many people haven't heard of him for various reasons. Could you tell us kind of who this guy is, what makes his mojo go, and kind of why he created this rocket power line system?
Yeah. Great question. I've had the fortunate opportunity to really get to know Gil over this last month and a half now. It's kind of like one of those relationships where, you meet somebody, you start working together, and you have this kind of close bond. You feel like you've known him a long time. And, I've been interviewing Gil. I've been asking him questions. I've been trying to find out, what are all the details. And the fact of the matter is that Gil, decided to start a lead generation company. And his original start with lead generation started in the mid 1990s.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And he ended up, by 2007, he ended up growing a lead generation company to the point where it was doing $3 million a month in lead campaigns. Okay? Yeah, big stuff. And the fact of the matter is that his niche market is the networking industry, direct sales.
Okay.
And he has worked with, probably all of the really big companies out there, the Amways, the Avons, the Herbalifes. Gil was the orchestrator of a campaign in the mid 2000s, going in towards between 2006 and 2007, where he orchestrated a work from home campaign that was specifically built for Herbalife distributors. Mm-hmm. And Gil created many multimillionaires in the Herbalife business because of what he was able to put together for lead generation. So, Gil had a saying back in the day, which, quite frankly, I marvel at this saying. He says, "I don't join network marketing companies. They join me."
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, very powerful. And the reason why is because, he was the producer of the leads.
Right.
So, if you're trying to build a business, if you're trying to, do anything on the internet, the number one key component is driving traffic. So, Gil really learned, he honed his skills, he figured out how to create lots of traffic for low cost. Mm-hmm. Ultimately, this big campaign that he did really revolved around the radio. Okay, this campaign ended up growing, and it became a radio-based campaign, and that's how they were able to drive literally thousands of leads on a weekly basis, because they were able to tap into AM radio.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and they were able to syndicate this thing, in every major city across the United States and Canada. So Gil ultimately sold this company in 2007. Mm-hmm. He got a strong 7-figure buyout for his company. The company is still doing mega multi-million-dollar months. In fact, I believe the statistic is accurate that it's doing upwards of $60 million a year in sales still today.
Awesome.
Yeah, and with that said, Gil in 2007, he was actually honored as the Entrepreneur of the Year in San Diego, and this was at the San Diego Chargers football stadium in front of, I think capacity is 60,000 fans.
That's incredible.
Yeah. So the guy has done quite a bit to improve the local economy where he lives, local businesses. He's literally worked with the network marketing community all over, and he's developed, I think one of the key things, he's developed really key relationships in the lead generation world over the years.
Right, that's important.
Yeah, And now what he's doing, okay, and you can check out the link, anybody who's watching or listening to this, or even reading it for that matter, once it's been turned into a PDF. There'll be a link here that you can check out who Gil Ortega is. You can go check out blackboxfree.com, and there's a whole segment in there on being able to see how he got when and where he got the award and what he's done. And now what he's doing is he's leveraging these relationships that he's got in the lead generation world, and he's actually bringing these relationships to the Rocket Power line.
Okay.
So he's teaching people how to do what he did. He's literally teaching people how to build their own lead generation company from scratch.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why did he create the Rocket Power line then?
The Rocket Power line actually came about as a mistake. Okay. And it's a kind of an interesting story because he got involved with a network marketing company, and he recruited personally like 7 people. He really wasn't planning on building this thing. He was really just kind of tinkering around. He had other projects he was working on. And lo and behold, one of the people that he recruited literally blew the thing up and recruited like 325 people in 45 days.
Wow.
Okay. Set the thing on fire, and Gil, next thing you know, he's looking up and really looking in the rearview mirror because, it's like, bam, this whole thing just blew up on him. So he then said, okay, I got to recruit, I got to build this other spot, this other position, this other leg. And when he started to analyze what happened as that organization grew and built the way that it did, he noticed that the volume was going straight down, one under the other. Okay. And so this idea of a rocket power line, this power line concept, showed up in the analysis. And so he started to build another leg straight down in this business. And then he said to himself, okay, I have got to develop a brand new campaign just like I did in years past. And he actually said to himself, and how do I make it bigger? How do I make it better? How do I make it apply today? So what he did is he put together what they call the black box marketing system. Okay. And ultimately this black box marketing system is right now it's producing a 25% conversion of people who are going to the landing page.
It's awesome.
Yeah, great numbers. And so, the campaign's doing really well. People are anxious. The key ingredient, as you very well know, Blaine, when anybody is looking at an opportunity, a way to make money, the real key driving ingredient is to get people's curiosity piqued.
Right.
Okay? When people are curious, they're going to dig, they're going to want to know more, they're going to want to inquire. So this is what he's done with this black box marketing technique, this black box marketing system. So that's a little bit about Gil Ortega. The link that we've got attached to this video is going to take you, you're going to see a landing page with Gil. You're going to be able to include your name, your phone number, your email, and you're going to see how this black box marketing system works. You'll be able to test it out for yourself. And then once you're on the inside, if you watch the full-length video in there, it's going to tell you all about Gil, how he has presented in front of thousands of people over the years. He's taught thousands of people, and it's going to talk a little bit more about in depth what he's done, what he's put together. So, with that said, go on the inside, check out the video, and you'll get more questions answered. Okay, buddy.
Awesome. Thanks.
Okay, man. Take care today.